Hey guys, it's your old pal CHH. Happy Saturday. I just wanted to take a few minutes today with the announcement of Grindhouse's new The Beyond release coming out. Now, this is a whopper of a release. It's supposed to be 6 discs. I know that Grindhouse has their own store exclusive, which we're going to look at, as well as some other stuff. But I wanted to do a video where we kind of just glance at this. I want to show you guys the previous release to see if maybe this release will suit you, or if you want to look at the new release and see if you want to get that. I have ordered the new release, so I can tell you this. If you want to wait for me to review it, by all means, wait for me to review it. But some of you, I think you're kind of wondering, what should I do? So let's look at this, guys. This right here was a really nice release from the Beyond, from Grindhouse Releasing. This is kind of like with their version of like the, you know, right before Blue Underground got into the 4Ks, they had these ultra nice releases for their 3-disc sets, and like this was kind of like their version of that with Grindhouse of the Beyond. We'll look at the back, we'll look at the special features, and then we'll look at the actual release. As you can see, we have a spectacular high-definition digital transfer of the original negative, uncensored director's cut, 5.1 Dolby Digital surround sound remix by Academy Award winner Paul Atosin, provocative commentary by stars Catriona MacColl and genre superstar David Warbeck. We have an optional Italian language soundtrack and original mono mix, which I think the American dub on this is fine. Honestly, it's one of the better ones, I think. A new in-depth interview with star Catriona MacColl, Kinsia Monreal, and Giovanni DeNava, U.S. production manager Larry Ray, makeup artist Gianetto De Rossi and Maurizio Trani, cinematographer Sergio Salvati, writer Dardano Sacchetti, producer Fabrizio Della Angelis, composer Fabio Frizzi and Antonio Fulci. Rare archival interviews with director Lucio Fulci and David Warbeck. Lost German pre-credit sequence in full color. Linear notes by legendary horror journalist Chas Bulin and Euro horror expert Martin Bein. Extensive still galleries and theatrical trailers, bonus CD, newly remastered soundtrack by Fabio Frizzi, and other surprises. So, I mean, at the time, I remember getting this release and being more than shocked at how good it was. So let's look inside. This is a 3-disc set. One thing about this is you'll see they have the CD soundtrack, which comes in this little, slip binder. This is what the CD looks like, which I believe this release as well is going to have the CD. There you go, if you guys want to get a good look at that. But, that's that. So you get the CD soundtrack, which the Beyond has great music. I can't say I ever find myself sitting down saying, you know what I need to do right now? I need to relax, drink some coffee, and listen to the soundtrack from the Beyond. But it does have good music. And here's the case. Well, I always like these kinds of case. Like Synapse does this with their collector's editions. These kind of thicker, clear cases. There's the artwork on that. There's good special features in here, like we saw. This one comes with a booklet, like the linear notes and things like that, which was a really good read. There they are on the Causeway Bridge. Awesome scene. Great movie. So we have that. What's cool is on the inside of this, they actually give you a filmography of Lucio Fulci on there, which is really, really cool. I remember how I read about Manhattan Baby on here and being like, God, I got to check that out. Really cool stuff. So yeah, and here's our 2 discs. We have our bonus features disc, and we have our feature. So there we have that. So, I can tell you this release looks really good. I was pretty impressed with it when I got it. I remember I got this after I had gotten their release of Pieces. So I had expected quality, and this was quality. But let's look at the listing and talk about the release itself, and kind of see if, the things that they offer would be things that you would be into. All right, guys, so the first thing we can look at right here is the image. This is a 4K Dolby UHD, 3 Blu-ray, DVD, and CD, plus 100-page book deluxe debossed Book of Ivan packaging, super deluxe slipcover with beautiful new artwork by legendary Italian poster artist Emanuele Taglietti. I do like the big box look. I like the artwork. It's definitely a play on some of the original poster themes. And this one comes with this exclusive Eerie eyeball, which is limited to 3,500, which I'm a sucker for a gimmick every now and again. And then I love the book has the great image of Mr. Fulci on the director's chair on the bridge as well. As you can see, 6 discs. So there you have that. So let's look at some of the information on the actual release and things we can look forward to. All right, so Super Deluxe 6-disc Collector's Edition, 1 UHD, 3 Blu-rays, plus a DVD and a CD. Some of you are probably like, wow, a DVD? I haven't seen one of those in a long time. All right, so spectacular new 4K scan from the original Technoscope camera negative. So obviously this is a brand new scan. Now this release right here came out years ago. I think it was probably 2019 or 18 or 17. It's been at least 5 years. I know that. So clearly and rightfully so, this is a brand new restoration that we're dealing with. A spectacular new 4K scan from the original Technoscope camera negative. The Beyond Composer's Cut featuring new 5.1 DTS Master Audio surround sound remix with all new reimagined score created by Maestro Fabio Frizzi. Original theatrical version and Composer's Cut presented in stunning Dolby Vision UHD. Archival 5.1 Master Audio surround sound remixed by Academy Award winner Paul Otosin, so we recognize that. Optional language soundtrack. 3 separate commentary tracks by Sergio, makeup artist Giannetti De Rossi, and stars Katrina McCall and David Warbeck. In-depth interviews with Lucio Fulci, Katrina McCall, David Warbeck, Cinzia Monreal, Al Cliver, Michelle Marabella, Giovanni Donata, writers Dardano Sacchetti, Giorgio Mariuzzi, composer Sergio Salvetti, producer Fabrizio Del Angelis. As you can see, I won't read through all this, but there's obviously a lot of interviews on here that we're going to be seeing. We also have newly discovered archival interviews with Katrina McCall and David Warbeck, so there's that. Extensive still galleries and theatrical trailers. 100-page book by Euro horror experts Martin Bean and Jesper Mork. Now that, admittedly, is a big reason I wanted to get this new book. The book was definitely something I admittedly was super excited about, but let's continue. We have a bonus DVD, The 7 Doors of Death, the notorious Aquarius Pictures version, presented in original Dolby stereo mix from the original analog 1-inch video master, accompanied by new interviews with editor Jim Markovic and distributor Terry Levine. That was another thing that I was like, okay, that's cool, because that's history. That's The 7 Doors of Death. I mean, gotta have that, in my opinion. Bonus CD, new Composer's Cut soundtrack album by Fabio Frizzi, remastered from the original studio master tapes, deluxe debossed Book of Ivan packaging, and super deluxe slipcover with beautiful new artwork by legendary Italian poster artist Emanuele Taglietti, and other surprises. So, this is one of those things where it really depends on what you're looking for. And I'll also say this. I'm sure that there's going to be a standard version of this. This is going to be the last time I probably ever buy this. I ever buy this movie. And it sounds like an extremely comprehensive release, including some other cool things like the 7 Doors of Death, etc. And I am excited about this. I love The Beyond. I find it to be one of the greatest Italian horror movies of all time. But the price point is steep. Totally see people's their gripes with the price point. But like I said, with this being a deluxe version, I'm sure there's going to be a standard version that will probably clock in somewhere in the vicinity of $28. So there's always that. Now, of course, there is still this release too, which you can probably get these relatively cheap going forward. And if you just want the movie on a high-end look, a good look, that's just a little bit above just a standard Blu-ray, this release was really good, and I think a lot of you would be happy with this. There's good features on this, but if you are a fan of Italian horror movies, I think this release is an end-all, be-all, despite, it being pricey, and I'm not taking anything away. It's definitely a pricey release. It's $66.66, which I see what they were doing there. I also think if you want to hold out for a standard version, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And of course, when I review the release, when it does come in, hopefully sometime in April, knock on wood, that picture quality and all will still go in effect with the release that you would get, the standard version. But I wanted to look at this, go over it with you guys, and kind of see where everybody's head was at on this. And if you're a fan of The Beyond, let me know. I love this movie. I think it's a masterpiece. So that's that for today, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are down below on the new Beyond Grindhouse releasing 4K bundle that's coming out. If you're interested, if you want to wait, if you're not sure, or if you haven't seen the film, let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to y'all very, very soon. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.